Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Steelbook edition of Jurassic World Dominion. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Jurassic World Dominion is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Universal. It comes in a standard slipcover edition, available at your local and online retailers, as well as a non-exclusive 4K Steelbook. Now, as far as the film itself, I know the movie got a lot of hates just from general audiences. And, you know, I will say, of course, the first two Jurassic Park movies are really upper tier movies. Of course, you know, directed by Steven Spielberg, and, you know, they ran with it with part 3 as more of a brief little adventure and sort of a semi, not a reboot, but a continuation with the Jurassic World franchise. Overall, I think they have mixed results. I really liked the original Jurassic World. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, not so much. I didn't really like where the story went. But I do feel more or less that they got a lot more right with Dominion than they did wrong. Of course, they really weigh heavily on the nostalgia factor with bringing back some of the original cast. And I do think some of the action sequences are really good. Once again, the story's not the strongest. I would have gone in a slightly different direction of just how dinosaurs that are free have affected the world. They touch on that a little bit, but I would have liked a little bit more depth. With the 4K release, they do include an extended edition, which I think it does flesh out the story a little bit better. I really like the new opening sequence. I enjoy that quite a bit. But yeah, I think overall, I mean, if you really want to hear my thoughts on it, check out my Letterboxd review of the film. I explain why the way I feel about it. But yeah, I think it's pretty solid overall. So check it out. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the non-exclusive Steelbook edition of Jurassic World Dominion. It's got a nice glossy finish to it. Artwork's pretty good in person. So yeah, overall looks good. And as I mentioned, you can get this at any retailers. And then we have the back. And then the interior. Some artwork on the discs. Well, the 4K disc anyway. And the interior. So yeah, overall looks pretty solid. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Jurassic World Dominion on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 200:1 aspect ratio with native 4K resolution and HDR10 and Dolby Vision for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. Generally, the transfer looks pretty solid. Film grain is light in density and consistent throughout the movie. Aesthetically, it looks like they're trying to match the look of the early Jurassic Park films, and I think largely they succeed. That being said, it's not going to look as clean as some of the more modern films that are shot digitally. The color palette looks naturally bold. The Dolby Vision grading keeps things in check visually. Colors aren't especially vibrant by design, but they still look excellent. The movie's various locations are outstanding, from snowy landscapes at the film's beginning to Biosyn's setting in the third act. Set pieces look solid, and clothing and skin tones are visually pleasing. Black levels look appropriately deep. Night scenes and darker interiors contrast well with the lighting sources. I spotted no issues with black crush. Shadow detail is excellent here. Close-ups yield very good gains in detail. Live action elements are very well textured, clothing is well defined and looks great. The CG aspects of the movie also show improved depth. As the line continues to blur between practical and CG, spotting the differences will be less noticeable on 4K. Jurassic World Dominion on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dtsx audio presentation. The Jurassic movies are known universally, no pun intended, for outstanding audio mixes, and this latest film is no exception. The film soundstage is nicely represented at home. The audio is beautifully dynamic, especially during action scenes. The Raptor motorcycle chase in Malta has some solid multi-directional activity, pulling the listener into the action. Whenever a dinosaur is skulking around or in full-on attack mode, the presence audio-wise is outstanding. High speakers are mostly complementary in their output, adding to the immersive elements from the other surround sound environment. When Claire ejects from the airplane, the flying dinos terrorize the viewer from above. The fronts are energetic in their delivery with clear dialogue output in the center. Dinosaur roars have a commanding authority. The low end is appropriately punchy, it rumbles along in all the right areas. I never felt that it strayed into overly aggressive territory, but your home theater will vibrate accordingly. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Jurassic World Dominion on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A-. The image quality nicely complements the earlier films in the franchise. Colors have a natural boldness to them, black levels are solid, and the 4K resolution bump is noticeable. This is a really good looking 4K transfer. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one an A. The audio track will give home theater enthusiasts plenty to enjoy. The surround environment is wonderfully engaging and everything up front is equally impressive. The Dtsx offering is nicely presented. So that is my review of Jurassic World Dominion on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.